Hey YouTube, got another video for you today. I wanted to show you one of the cool antique things that I own and put this video out there and see if anybody knows any more information about it than what I know, and if they have any kind of idea of what it might be worth or whatever. But anyways, I my parents heard this guy on the radio that was selling a guitar and a case for like $50, and so I called and asked about it, and the old guy said that he was needing some money for food and groceries and just some spending money, and so I went and looked at this thing or I went and looked at the guitar and the case, and it really wasn't nothing I was interested. But I thought, well, for $50, or I think that's what he wanted, maybe $100, and I ended up buying it, and felt sad for the dude because everybody's been there. They need a little extra money, groceries, things like that, and so I give him the money for the guitar, and hell, me and him become friends, and one thing led to the next. I started going over and visiting with this old guy, and finally, when he died, I was pretty much the only one that ever come to go see him. I guess his family had just kind of left him out to hang, and so, anyways, I'd go by his house and bring him hot dogs and hamburgers when I'd go to Sonic, and my vehicle tore up on me, and I wasn't able to go see him. And when I got a new vehicle, it was like a month later, I went over there to see how he was doing and check on him, and they said, well, he's no longer alive. He passed away, and the only guy that ever come to see him drove some Jeep. And, well, that was my Jeep. And anyways, that was the last time I really got to hang out with him. And so I had traded him a computer, really nice Dell computer, for this gramophone or phonograph, whatever this thing is, and so he could rekindle with someone that he had met in high school. And so I'd set him up a profile and all that, and we traded for this. And so it wasn't working whenever he owned it, and he finally worked on it and got it working again. But it's called the Sterno. I'll try to zoom in on it, and you can see that it's got a few pieces of the trim laying back here, where it's kind of come off the front, and I'll let you see, like down here on the very bottom, it's got that trim. And so, anyways, we don't really know a whole lot about this thing. I know that it has a Girard hand crank motor, and I was able to determine that by looking on the bottom of it. And I did a little research, and I found where it says some history about the Girard hand crank motor, and I think I've got it nailed down to, I believe it's around a 1920 model. So don't hold me to it, but if you know anything, please let me know in the comments. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that this thing still works, and I wanted to make a video of it before the spring on the inside breaks, and then I won't never be able to hear it again. So I figured I'd make a video. And so what you do for this thing is, to get it to play, is you take and you lock this right here so the turntable can't move. Well, it normally can't move. There it goes. It locked in a little bit better. I just had to push a little bit further forward. Then you come over here to the side, and then you take and you crank it till you start feeling it tighten up. And I think I counted it one day, and it was probably around 30 or 40 turns to start getting it tight enough to play. And so when I say tight enough to play, that's not a whole album. That's just one side. That's just one song. So for you young people out there, yeah, that's not a whole CD. That's just for one song. So anyways, it's starting to tighten up. Then once you get it pretty tight, then what you want to do is take, and this thing uses a metal needle. I thought that was pretty interesting. You just take that needle and put it on the vinyl. And I'll go ahead and tell you before I turn it on, they didn't have volume buttons back then, or volume knobs. They had this little cabinet here that opens right on up, and it really does make it louder when you open the door there, or if you want it softer, you can just close it. And once it starts playing, I'll demonstrate that for you. But here on the inside, he gave me a few albums to go with it, and I gotta say, it's probably my most beloved piece that I have out of all the antique pieces that I own. It's one of my favorite, just because it come from this dude that I knew that we become good buddies. And one cool thing I wanted to show you is right here on this latch. Check this out. See how that piece turned? And then it allows you to close the top of it up, so you can see what it looks like closed. But I'm going to show you the latch here on the inside. Watch it right there. Now, ain't that cool? Yep. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play it. And this is what I'm talking about the volume. That music sure does make you want to dance. Well, I gotta say, I pulled this record off here to clean it about a month or two ago, and I snapped it. I was totally devastated because that's my favorite record that my buddy Randall gave me whenever I traded him with this phone or gramophone, whatever. And you know, it's Glenn Miller. And so anyways, I was really devastated that I broke that album because it's definitely my favorite. And I didn't know if it would play or not. And I tried it the first few times and I couldn't get it to play. And then finally I got it laid down flat. And somehow I guess it just leveled itself out. And it's been playing ever since. So I haven't taken it off here. And so anyways, it is what it is. This video's for Randall A. from Calhoun, Georgia. So, all right. This one's for you, buddy. Have a good one.